This is a clip from an earlier live stream. I know you're going to like it, so the link to the full video is down below. Check it out. I'll see you over there.
Anyway, we are now in season 7, episode 4 of Everybody Grieves Differently, but that's weird. Now, getting to this corporate call again, can we just go back if you want to throw in that schedule again? Sorry, yeah, okay, great. So we have this on the 10th, he's assassinated. On the 18th, it's that in-person interview with the New York Times. On the 20th, we have the funeral mass, which is held at a church at 11 a.m. On the 21st is the public memorial event that is held at State Farm Stadium. And on the 22nd, which I had not mentioned before, I've been building this timeline in the background, there's a private dinner. Not going to mention what restaurant it's at, but the McCoys are there, Elizabeth, Mikey, Erika, and they're in joyous spirits is exactly what the email said of someone who was there. They were in joyous spirits. Okay, just want to get that. I think a lot of this, when you hear this call that I'm about to play for you, I'm not trying to color your opinion, but I am going to give you mine because it's my podcast. I'm allowed to do it. I do want to remind you that Charlie has not been dead for 2 weeks. That's where you have to go back to. Not even 2 weeks after Charlie was publicly assassinated. Not a normal, he didn't, we had to watch this. We had to visually watch this. Now, the entirety of this call, which we're not going to play, is 15 minutes long. I'm going to figure out how to just drop it on my X feed.
Sure you are.
But I want to make sure that we properly and fairly contextualize it. So we're not being choosy. We're not cutting this for drama. The obvious point of this call to set this up is to introduce Erika. She's a new leader. Not even introducing, she's just heading up this call, but obviously she's going to be at the helm of this, so they're getting to know her. And she does begin the call by being thankful to the entire Turning Point USA team for their work at the memorial event. So let's take a listen.
Hi, everybody. I still love all these emoji Zoom things. Wow. I don't even know where to begin. The fact that we were able to pull off an event of a century, like, it's just insane. We had over 275,000 people that attended, and stadium, overflow, Westgate, insane, you guys. And then you have, was it 100 million? You guys that heard the gospel and all about Charlie and all about everything that you guys do, and the hard work of Turning Point USA is insane. We had thousands that were registered to vote. I think we're at like...
Hey, we're going to have to go back and listen to this. Do you hear what Erika is talking about? These people heard the gospel. They heard about what Charlie was about. They heard about what TPUSA wants to do, and they got registered to vote. Candace is hung up on people worked really hard that week and later on found out that they lost their jobs. This woman is vile.
Over 200,000 for merch sales. Don't quote me on that because I think it just keeps like bumping up like crazy. But I just wanted to say a huge, huge, huge thank you to the events team, the development team, the graphic design team, the production team. It's just phenomenal. Their incredible work leading into the memorial. And honestly, a lot of the staff that worked on the memorial, they had 20-hour days for a week during the time of us grieving the loss of my husband. And honestly, I know several staff that didn't even sleep. Again, you guys are breathing angels, and I'm so grateful for all of you. And obviously a huge thank you to the Mosaic team. VI, you guys are 10 out of 10. Like, we have the most incredible team. We just do. And you guys know that, and you guys are all a part of that. And I am so, so thankful. And if you do have a moment and you run into any of those staff members that you know had a role in this, and you know that they put a lot of their time and effort into it, just say thank you. There's something really special to be seen in moments like this, and it's not easy. I'm speaking from experience. I'm right in the trenches with you guys. And so the fact that you just, a simple thank you. I don't care if any of you have beef with each other from the past or have any issues with someone said something about this or that. Like, if you guys have any of that, please put it to rest. My husband's dead. Like, I'm not trying to be morbid, but he's dead. And it puts life into perspective of how short life is and relationships, and God puts people in your life for a reason, and it teaches you a lesson, it teaches them a lesson. So if you are going through a time where, just lay it to rest, and we are moving forward, Turning Point USA 2.0 with Charlie in our hearts, and that's what he would want.
Okay, so I'm just looking at the chat here, and you guys are responding live in the way that I felt.
She had to say responded live. You know why?
Live listening to this. It is the general tone that is off-putting. It's the laughter that is off-putting. It's, again, we are not even 2 weeks after watching your husband be assassinated. We're talking about numbers and metrics that have been hit. And my husband's dead, not to be morbid. That is a sentence that and this was
Maybe she should have said macabre. Maybe she should have said not to be macabre. That would have probably fixed it.
Not my husband, and I had no sort of the type of relationship that she had with him that I was able to utter. Least of all, I mean, that's moving pretty quickly to the acceptance phase. Now, we know everybody grieves differently. In my imagination, I just thought she would be more.
Everything is filtered through Candace's understanding of how something should happen. And right or wrong, but it's like there's no appreciation that she just said it, that was his wife, as if that's just like a passing glance. She almost like her standard of how she sees it is the way that it should be. And everybody should see it in this way so that we can say that way that over there is wrong. The way that she's responding is wrong. And she did kind of miss the fact that Charlie KIRK wanted his wife to be the CEO in the event that something happened to him. It's not like she just came in and just kind of bowled her way through and said, give me the microphone. And that's the part that's just super irritating here, because she knows better than that. She knows that Charlie more than likely had a will, probably had a will. And otherwise, Erika wouldn't be running the ship. There would have been something else. But she knows that.
Upset. And I want to be clear, the overall mood of this call is extraordinarily upbeat. It's extraordinarily happy. But of course, as the CEO and chairman, she does have to address the elephant in the room, the morbid elephant in the room, if you will, because it's an obligation. You have a new CEO. The employees are working 20-hour days. But also their founder, Charlie, was publicly assassinated less than 2 weeks ago. You got to address that. And you're going to hear her address that by recapping to them that throughout these long working days, the employees were provided with ample resources while they were working. Take a listen.
I'm just grateful that while things were still in motion and moving around, that we had our leadership teams provide for you counselors, pastors. I heard there were therapy dogs. Slightly jealous that I didn't get to have any moment with a therapy dog. Breakfast. I was really adamant about making sure that we paid for your flights for your spouses to be there. That was something on my heart. You don't want to grieve alone. No one's supposed to grieve alone. It's not healthy. But I just think it's a beautiful honor that all of these benefits were made for the community to grieve and remember Charlie. And I really hope you took advantage of those in a healthy way when they were provided, because it's meant to be for everyone, for healing. Grief comes in waves. Some days are going to be tougher than others, but take it as it comes. And that's why you have your Turning Point family, and just lean on them and lean on other people in your life that will help you and pour into you and pray with you to get you through it. I say that, though, that if you do need more time to grieve, please continue to use Turning Point USA's network of counselors. We have pastors. I mean, there are so many resources for you. If you do need additional time off, please talk to your director about using paid time off for that. And again, it's not easy, but again, grief is hard. Otherwise, honestly, Turning Point USA and Turning Point Action, full steam ahead, you guys. Charlie would want us to get back to work, and that's what we're doing, and that's what we did with the memorial, and I'm so honored and proud of each and every one of you, because that's what we're going to do in his honor and in his name. We have so much to do, which is exciting. Charlie in heaven is like, you guys thought you had a busy schedule then, just you wait. And he's doing some awesome things with Jesus in heaven right now, but there's so much work to be done. I mean, since his assassination, we have 100,000 chapter requests. We have 300,000 new donors. That is a blessing in itself. Again, not normal. All God. I think we have 50,000 plus hat orders to fulfill. I mean, I'm saying these numbers because it puts into perspective that we're not just sitting and thinking and looking at the wall being like, what do we do? Like that, there is so much to do. You have over 20,000 AmFest registrations.
I really truly, I'm not trying to be obtuse. I really truly despise Candace Owens right now. The fact that that call right there is, you're a leader. She's a leader, and she is in a very precarious position because she's the leader of the company and she's the spouse of the former leader that was just recently assassinated. And I felt upbeat. I felt like, okay, I see what she's doing. She's trying to make sure these people realize that there's so much good coming in. Like, why in the world? The fact that we have to explain this to this troll is going to have to be studied by science. That's so evil that you would even pretend like you don't understand what Erika is doing right now. And you know the trolls, the Cantifa, them fools are going to say some of the dumbest stuff about that. And for what reason? Like, y'all, man, get out of here. Kick rocks. And I know she's going to say something gross, so I apologize in advance.
There's a lot happening there, and none of it is what I would be expecting to happen.
Who cares?
So basically, what the employees
Nobody
said to me was
cares.
that they got onto this call, and everyone's exhausted, everyone's been working, and they pull off this massive memorial. And then there's kind of this approach where it's like, well, if you guys need paid time off, like Charlie's in heaven dancing, wanting you to work harder. He's just up there like, you better work, but you can use the paid time off that you have earned, by the way, if you need to grieve more. But imagine you're the employee and you're like, okay, well, this is his wife saying this. So am I weird? I would be pretty weird if I needed to take time off and his wife is saying she's full steam ahead. That's the mentality that they had. Like, how are we supposed, like, are we weird for wanting to grieve? Is that not the vibe? So
let me propose another aspect here. Turning Point USA, when we boil it down to the brass tacks, it's a business, it's a company. And how many employees they have? They got 600 employees. That's a lot of people eating from that business. There's a lot of people. Let's just say, for laughs and giggles, each one of those people represents one head of household. So they got a spouse and they got 2 kids. Okay. So we're in the area of about 2,400 people, give or take. That's a lot of folk. That's a lot of meals, cars, house notes, tuitions, clothes, lights, gas, food, and the such. Do you want the business to not work? And again, I'm not saying that they can't grieve, but don't you want them, because these people do need to actually make an income. Candace, like, why are you presenting it like as if it's something weird that a business keeps doing business stuff? Like, I don't understand And the fact that you have to explain that to an adult, that's gonna have to go on the grimy list of things we have to do today to explain this to a 37-year-old woman that, ma'am, businesses keep doing business. And their people need to work so that they can make their money so that they can do the things that they go to work for in the first place. Because I don't think you're going to be able to call Capital One and say, hey, by the way, I'm grieving. What's in my wallet? Nothing, because I've been grieving. You're not going to be able to. Lexus Finance is not going to be like, hey, where's our money? I've been grieving. They're going to be like, what's not in your car, in your driveway? Why is this so foreign to her? And why is it that her hardwire, her initial factory reset is to cast dispersions on somebody doing something that everybody does? You got to get up and go to work. Yeah, the company CEO was murdered. We're not overlooking that, but I got to still pay my bills. Why is that weird? Because if Erika was not doing that and these people were losing their jobs because there were no donors, if Erika wasn't doing her job and they had to fire people because they weren't bringing monies in, you would say the other way around. These people are insufferable.
I don't know what to say.
Maybe because you shouldn't say anything. I'm sorry. This is so, again, I know Cantifa are going to get upset about this, but you're a bunch of idiots if you follow this woman. I mean, you are a bunch of stone cold, hard boiled, grass fed idiots. As if the woman encouraging the staff is a bad thing. And you did hear this chick sit there and say, we're never going to be able to see the journals. Girl, we ain't never seen your flight data. How about you share that with us? Don't worry about the journals. Show us your Egyptian plane flight data. Show us the email about the French assassin. How about that? Mind your own business. You stanky. I mean, you don't make any sense. Yo, Cantifa, kick rocks. Don't even waste your time. Don't even waste your time, Cantifa. We're not here for you today. This is some lowbrow, I don't know what to do. Nobody cares, Candace. Nobody cares. Yo, this woman is nasty.
She doesn't want to say she's happy. I don't want to say I'm happy, but
Wow.
Where it comes from. I'm going to explain the happiness I feel. It comes from peace.
As if she was happy about her husband dying?
Real time. All of that, all of this.
As if she was happy about her husband dying. You are a nasty woman. You are a nasty woman. Yo, hold on. I'm sorry. I know you liked that episode. This is actually a clip from a larger live stream. The link is down in the description, so you can go check it out. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you down there. Grace and peace.